everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How y'all doing today? Well, I'm going to be bringing you something a little bit different today, and this is also going to not only be on my Country Craft Corner YouTube channel, but it will also be over there on Arlene's Travels channel. As you all know, and as I've told you, I'm one of the administrators in the Alaska Cruises with Princess Facebook group, and we have been getting tons and tons of questions regarding luggage for the land tour. If you add a land tour onto one of the Voyage of the Glaciers, either northbound or southbound, you can add an interior Alaska land tour onto those two specific itineraries. And Princess is very strict with especially the luggage that you use as your quote-unquote carry-on. When I say carry-on, I do not mean like your 21-inch rolling suitcase kind with you know, a handle, a telescopic handle, and things like that. That will not work. That will not work on the train, and it won't work on the motor coaches. You need to have room under your seat. Princess used to use, now those of you who have cruised this season can tell me if this is still the case. They used to use two different types of train cars. One is their own Princess rail car, and one is through Holland America. And Holland America and Princess share both cars, I believe. The Holland America car has all the seats facing forward, much like a motor coach. Only you would have more leg room, plenty of room on that train. And much like an airplane, you need to be able to put your carry-on underneath your seat. There's nowhere to store it on the plane. In other words, there's no underneath compartment, or on the train. There's no underneath compartments or anything like that. So you need to be able to have this bag with you at all times, and you need to be able to store it at your feet underneath the seat. The Princess train car, they are switching them over to all seats facing forward, but they're in the process of doing that right now. So a lot of you this season, 2017, will be having the booth kind of set up, a table in between, and you know, a booth on either side, and you really don't have a lot of room in those seats to store your bag. Again, that'll be at your feet under the table. You need room for your feet. There's not a lot of room there. So when they say a bag that is no more than, I have it up here, 17 by 14 by 4, they're not kidding. I mean, they need you to have that bag pretty close to that size. So I am here to show you what I took on our land tour. Now that has been back in 2012. We have not been on a land tour since then. But I will show you the bag I took and tell you why I took it. And I will also show you a bag that I think would work for you guys for this season. I am going to show you Vera bags because I carry Vera travel bags all the time. Bagalini bags are beautiful. I love them. Some of the travel on bags, they're lovely. I mean, certainly all of the links that, for those of you who are in the Alaska group with me, people have been putting up some awesome links, but I thought I would do this video just to kind of give us an all-over view of everything and give us somewhere to refer back to if we need to. So I'm going to also show you the bags that I take on pretty much all of our cruises, and I will explain why I usually take 2 bags. Not because I'm overpacking, just because we take a lot of camera equipment mostly with us. And we need to have one suitcase for overflow, and it's a 24-incher, and we usually do check 3 bags, especially for Alaska, because we take more stuff to Alaska. Chris usually carries all of the cameras and lenses on his back, but there are other things, you know, that you can take. So, and he carries a backpack. For those of you who have been asking about camera bags and such, Chris always carries a backpack. He doesn't have a special camera bag. He does for around here, but he uses that more for storage of his extra lenses and whatnot. He doesn't carry that particular bag on our cruises. So, all right, let's get to the bags. The bag that I used in 2012 to take on our land cruise. This is an old style messenger bag from Behr. This is also a computer bag. For me, I always carry my laptop with me because I like to have someplace to download my pictures to and look at them. And you know, on a 9.5 hour train ride, it was nice to have it so we could pull it up and look at pictures and whatever. So this particular bag, it measures, let me tell you what it measures. My glasses on so I can see, sorry. Right about 16.5 inches long, wide, and it is about 11 inches high, and it is about 5.5 inches wide at the bottom. But it has like a board on the bottom. And I know that measurement is messing you, well, all of the measurements are kind of like messing with you guys. And I totally get it. Trust me, I totally get it. I stressed over which bag to take. But I needed something that I could use as a carry-on, as a purse, to carry medications, to carry my computer, to carry glasses and lipsticks and chapsticks and gum and, you know, whatever else you might want to have with you. So this bag worked beautifully for me. And again, this is my choice. And I'm going to show you what if I were to go on a land tour this year, I will show you the bag that I would take for that too. But let me get back to this. Is the bag I always take as my carry-on airplanes and whatnot. I've taken the last 2 cruises. This is the bag I've taken. I'll get back to that. Let's go to this one. Let me show you a little bit closer up. It does have the little compartment for a computer, and it is padded. And then you have a good amount of space. This does provide you a good bit of room in there. And then you also have 2 pockets on the back. So that's just the inside pocket, and of course it zips shut. And then it has a front pocket, and it has kind of like zippers on both sides, and it kind of gives you like the pleated compartment there. And I still have pens in there. Look at that. They've been in there since I don't know. I've carried this to more places other than just the land tour. But it gives you a place for pens and a little wallet if you'd like. And, you know, a place for your ID and so on. So that's that side. And then this side actually has a place that you can, a sleeve, and you can slip it down over your telescoping handle on your suitcase. And it also, and inside the pocket, there's also another pocket that you could put, I don't know, a book, your Kindle, something like that in. So this is the bag that I took. It has 2 handles, and it also has a shoulder strap that you can clip on and off. And this bag, I remember, it worked beautifully for me. It really did. It didn't give me quite as much room as I would have liked, so I had to be creative when it came to what I was going to carry with me. Of course, you need to take your medications and, you know, only have your essentials that you absolutely need. And my camera turned off on me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Okay, so I'm done talking about this bag. So let me move on. Let me tell you first that the Behr site does sell, they do not sell this particular bag any longer, this particular style of messenger, but they do have a messenger bag. I'll give you a link in the description of this video for one that's on sale right now, but you know, that of course is going to change depending on when you see this video. So I would just go into the Behr site and put messenger in the search box, or go to eBay and search. You actually might be able to even find this bag on eBay. You never know. So, but they do have a messenger bag, and it is a cross-potty bag. I don't know that you can see it. There is a picture of it. And the specific measurements on this bag are 15 inches wide by 11 inches high by 4 inches deep, with a 56-inch adjustable strap. So that would work beautifully if you are going to be carrying a laptop. I don't know whether you would be like I am, or even if you're not. You know, they do have, if you go on Behr, if you want a Behr bag, they will have bags that will meet the measurements. It's just you have to suit your own, you know, needs, like I do with my laptop, you know. Anyway, on to this bag and what I have used for the last 2 cruises. And if I were going on a land cruise, a land tour, again this year, I would use this bag. I would not hesitate, even with a laptop in it, because I can always slide it underneath the seat or snug it up against the seat, like under the booths, and have it like underneath my legs almost, you know. I think that would work. This would work beautifully. Plus you can scrunch it a little bit. Now with a laptop in it, I have a 15-inch laptop. It might be hard to smush it, but if you didn't carry a computer, then you could certainly smush this down with absolutely no problem. So, as I said, this is a canvas backpack, and it does have, just to tell you, it does have kind of a padded back to it. So if you could scrunch it and fold it down this way, that would work, but I don't know that if you felt uncomfortable with like the kind of the padded back that doesn't scrunch, you know, like the front would scrunch. Anyway, it does have that, so just to tell you that. But this bag measures right about 16.5, 17 inches high by 13 and a half inches wide, and then the bottom measurement is right about 6 inches. So this would be pushing the envelope. The Princess folks are not going to be standing there with a tape measure. Trust me, they're not. They just want you to be aware that there's not a lot of room and that you're going to need to be able to accommodate the bag with you at all times. So this is a nice bag though. I'll go through it real quick just to show you. As you can see, I'm really a geek. I have all my princess pins on there. Not that I care about the Captain's Circle level. I could care less about that. I just think the pins are pretty. So I put them on there. And I do have some ship pins and whatnot. I know some people would say, oh, Arlene, don't put the pins on there. That telescopes that you're a cruiser. Well, yeah, probably does. And yeah, I'm at an airport and I'm probably traveling, and as they figure I'm going to be traveling somewhere, so whatever. I never understand that kind of thing. But regardless, I put my pins on, and it has a zipper pocket in the front, and I have a pad of paper in there right now because I always I'm taking copious notes because I like to be able to have I like to have my facts straight all the time. So, and I know I don't all the time, but I try really hard. And it has a front zipper, and in the front zipper, it's got kind of a hound's tooth inside. It's pretty. I've just got another Behr bag with pins in it. I've got some perfume, which I don't know where I took this bag. Oh, I had it in the car with me last time we went to Canada and New England. This is the one I took. It has another sleeve in the back there. So that's the front pocket. And then one big pocket inside. You can see I have my easy as pie crosswords because I'm on vacation and I don't want to be taxed. But I want some busy work. So I think I'm going to need to get another. I need to check this. I might need to get another one. Yeah, look, I'm almost halfway through, and I can always finish all of them. Look at that. So anyway, easiest pie crosser, got it off of Amazon. Cool little books. And I have a computer bag in here. And I have a double zip cosmetic bag that I put all of my, like my power cord, my download cord, my phone charger, that kind of thing in. I'm an Apple user, use all Apple products. So don't hold that against me, please. But I do. So that is the campus backpack. It also, for those of you who have wear earphones all the time. It has a little space where you can stick your cord for your earphones in and put your phone or whatever inside. It has that. And padded shoulder straps that are adjustable. So it's nice. And as I said, I wouldn't hesitate to take this with me on a land cruise. I'll be taking it on my back-to-back voyage of the Glaciers cruises. I will definitely be taking it then. So let me think, what else? What other questions have I had? You know what I could do too? I could do like a question and answer kind of a thing. I don't necessarily do live YouTubes or Facebooks, but if you guys wanted to compile a list of questions, or maybe we could get together and compile a list of questions and I could go through and just do a question and answer kind of a video, that might be a cool thing to do too. Let me know your thoughts on that. That might be a cool thing to do. All right, so for your quote unquote join me, I'm going to put a link for the Princess Alaska Cruise Tours. This supplemental information for land portion of your Alaska cruise tour. Please review the cruise answer book for details regarding the cruise portion of your vacation. I'll put a link to this document. It's a PDF. I'll put that in the description of this video too. And it goes through all kinds of information that is just invaluable to have for your land tour. It just tells you your suggested flight arrival times and departure locations and arrival cruise, what happens when you cruise first and then do the land tour, what happens when you do the land tour and then cruise. It goes through everything. And in the midst of all this information, on about page 6, I believe, is all of your luggage. They even give you, weather predictions, or what is the average temperatures and in each place, and they give you some ideas about clothing, just things about excursions, cruise tour regulations, prices, refunds, smoking, gratuities, transportation, wheelchairs, flight, seeing excursions, personal possessions. I mean, it goes on and on and on. This is an invaluable source for those of you taking a land, or what they call a cruise tour, the land portion of your cruise tour. Then it comes to the luggage portion. As I said before, the only luggage that they put a size restriction on is the luggage or the piece of luggage that you will carry with you. The luggage that you will pick to either go to the ship, the join you on the ship, or the join you tonight luggage, you'll get those. When you get to your first destination on your land tour, you will get a package from the Princess representatives that will give you your different luggage tags, and then you can delineate which suitcase you want to go where, or you can only take one suitcase. It doesn't matter the size, but you can take one suitcase that Princess will transfer from lodge to lodge for you. That suitcase may not be, if you go by motor coach for instance, it may not be on that same motor coach with you. You will not have access to that suitcase when you're en route. So once that bag is picked up each morning from your Princess, folks, you won't see it again until you reach your destination, and it will magically appear by your door. So please know that you need to have whatever you absolutely need to have with you. CPAP machines, they will transport separately, I think. I'm not quite positive, but medical equipment is transported. They definitely transport medical equipment, and I think that is considered medical equipment. So I think I've covered everything. There's no size restriction to the suitcase that you can send to the lodge or to the ship. Although you will be limited, of course, by the size of that bag with your airline carrier. I always take a 29-inch spinner for my major packing bag suitcase. So certainly a 29-inch spinner that adheres to your airline carrier's restrictions would work fine. So don't worry about that. You can take a big suitcase. Just know that you won't have access to it while you're en route from place to place. So, all right, now I'm going to turn off here. I'm going to take the camera over and I'm going to show you the 2 suitcases that I take. I'm going to show you my packing folder. I'm not going to show you how to use the packing folder because I'm not packing to go anywhere right today. I can give you a link to where I show you how I used my packing folder and some of my packing cubes for our trip to Canada and New England. I'll give you a little link for that in the description. But I am going to come over here and I'll show them to you and show you the suitcases that I take. Anyway, I hope this has helped. And if you guys have any more ideas of videos that you'd like me to do, please let me know in the comments. Folks in the Alaska group, like I said, y'all could, compose a question and answer sheet for me, and I could just go down the line and answer what I could. I can't answer everything. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I'm not a travel agent. I just tend to retain details because I'm a blogger, and I like, the devil's in the details sometimes. And if you don't know the details, you kind of get lost in the shuffle sometimes. So I always try to know the details. All right, I'm going to turn off here and I'll be back behind the camera to show you the bags that I take, to give you a peek at those packing cubes and my Eagle Creek garment folder. Be right back. Hey everyone. Okay, I'm back here in my family room and I've got my suitcases here at my feet. So let me back off here. And let me show you, here's my 29-inch spinner. I'm telling you guys, for years and years and years and years, for a decade or more, we used suitcases that had the telescoping handle that you had to pull behind you. Oh my gracious, this big girl struggled so much with those suitcases. Kristen, our daughter, got us these spinners. I got one and Chris got one for Christmas a couple of years ago. I didn't know what I was missing, you guys. So this is my 29-inch spinner, and this is what I take on all of our cruises. And this holds all of my packing cubes and my packing folders, and I'll get that for you in just a second. Chris then got me, that same Christmas, he got me this beautiful Vera. Got me 2 of them actually, and I don't take this one on cruises. But he got me 2 Vera bags. This is a 24-incher, and I do check both of these bags. And I do take this bag because, as I said, we take a lot of camera equipment. So we need a place for the tripod and the, the one that sits up, that's unipod or whatever, tripod, unipod, whatever it is. All kinds of camera equipment because we really love our pictures and we really love to take pictures. So these are the 2 bags I take. I am not a minimalist. I try not to overpack, but I hear people always saying they are a minimalist. Well, I only take my clothes in my big suitcase. And I know some people can go on a cruise and only take this size bag, a carry-on, and only have a carry-on and never have to check anything. Well, I say more power to them, and I respect them, absolutely respect them. But I know myself, and I know how we travel, and this is how we travel, so please don't judge. This is how we travel. I don't judge other people for traveling that way. I don't judge people for being minimalists, but I'm not one, so these are the bags I take. Now, let me show you my packing cubes, and I'm going to order myself another set. I only have 1 set, and I'm going to fix it to order myself another one because I could have used 1 or 2 more packing cubes. Let me put this up a little bit, see if I can get this up. There we go. All right, here are my packing cubes. I get, and I'll put a link in the description, I get mine from Shack Pack. From Amazon, only because this is what Kristen got me. I hear Eagle Creek has beautiful packing cubes, compression packing. I think they're all compression cubes, really. I guess there are some that have compartments inside that you can compress down even more. I'm not in the know about those, so I'm gonna hush up. I'm not gonna say anything more about those. But the Shack Pack has been lovely for me, really and truly. And I've got to get my hair done. If y'all excuse my gray that's coming through. Anyway, sorry. Why did I even mention? Anyway, regardless. Here's the packing cubes, and I have them all, inside. This is the largest one that this set comes with. It came with 4 cubes, and then this could be used as your laundry bag or whatever. They call it a laundry bag. So here's the biggest size. I fit for our Canada and New England cruise, and I'll link, as I said, I'll link that below, or you can look at the top right of your screen and I'll have a little mark there, and you can go look at that if you want to, me packing up my cubes and my packing folder, which I'll get to in a second here. But I fit all of my slacks. I take black slacks usually. If you had jeans, you could fit jeans, whatever. All of my slacks and bottoms in this, plus 2 ponchos. I'm not kidding you guys. These really, really, really do work. Now look at that. I look like I was in a spotlight. Anyway, these really do work. This is the biggest size. And then you have, this is the next size. And then this one. And then this one. They all have handles. I got all of my unmentionables in this. All of them. Yes, I did. All right, so those are the packing cubes. And then this magic little thing is called a garment. This is from Eagle Creek, and it's a garment packing folder. And again, refer to that video. It's a lot easier since I'm not going to be packing anything today, but it does come with an instruction card. And this is what you use to fold your garments around, and it folds them exactly to the size you need, and then you place them in and slide the card out and do it one after the other. I had over 20 tops for our Hawaii cruise. That was a 15-nighter, and I needed some, nicer clothes and more knock-around clothes and that kind of thing. I had 20 tops in here, easily 20. Only thing is, when you start using these, I will caution, you got to watch your weight. Be sure to get yourself one of those suitcase, scales, so that you can keep an eye on your weight. Because if your airlines restrict you for weight, and plus you don't want to have it much over 50 pounds, because think of the princess people too, or the people you're going to on your cruise who are going to have to be handling your bags too. They don't need to have a bad back after having to pick up a 70-pound bag or whatever. So anyway, I hope this has helped a little bit to clarify and to show you what I take. And again, what I do is not set in stone for everybody. I would never expect that what I do should be what everybody else does. Absolutely not. It's just that I have gathered it into a way that works for me. I've gathered the suitcases that work the best for me, the packing aids that work the best for me, the carry-ons that work the best for me. Just use this as a template, please, and forgive me if I've rambled. I tend to ramble. I am a chatty Cathy, for sure. Anyway, for those of you in the Alaska group, I hope to meet you guys someday. One of these days, hopefully we will cruise together. If you've not signed up for the group cruise, please do that. I'm going to be on the round trip from Seattle in 2018. Sign up for that. I'd love to meet you. Anyway, I'm going to close for now and just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.